It's time to get information and pay homage to the one and only Queen, Beyonce. This powerhouse performer from hometown has conquered the world with her unmatched talent, killer work ethic, and a fierce commitment to being flawless. Beyonce, from her humble beginnings in Houston and Texas, to becoming a global superstar and cultural phenomenon, Beyonce has captured the hearts and minds of millions with her incomparable talent, impeccable work ethic, and unwavering commitment to excellence. With a career has spanned over 20 years, Beyonce has not only redefined what it means to be a music artist but has also broken barriers in film, fashion, and philanthropy. On September 4, 1981, Beyonce Giselle Noel was born in Houston, Texas. Growing up, Beyonce immersed herself in music and performing from a young age, as her parents were involved in the entertainment industry. Her father, Matthew, managed the popular girl group, Destiny's Child, of which Beyonce later became a member. Beyonce's childhood was one of hard work and dedication to her craft. Not like you. You were just playing around and running around the neighborhood stealing candy for your mom from the kitchen. Her parents recognized her talent early on and enrolled her in dance classes and vocal training to help develop her skills. Beyonce's determination and discipline were evident from a young age, as she spent countless hours rehearsing and perfecting her craft. Beyonce won her first talent show singing John Lennon's Imagine. It was a defining moment that paved the way for her future success. And all this she achieved at the age of 7 only. Imagine all this only at this age. At this age, what have you achieved? Write to me in the comments so we can see your talents, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. She continued to participate in talent shows and competitions throughout her childhood, winning numerous awards and accolades along the way. After winning her first talent show at the age of 7, Beyonce didn't rest on her laurels. No, she didn't go out and celebrate with some juice boxes and cookies like most 7-year-olds would have done. Instead, she put her nose to the grindstone and continued to perfect her craft. She was determined to take her talents to the next level. She's got a world to conquer. So what did Beyonce do after winning that first award? She went back to work, of course. In 1992, Beyonce and her group, then known as Girls' Tyme, auditioned for the popular talent show, Star Search.
Welcome Beyonce, Lativia, Nina, Nikki, Kelly, and Ashley, the hip-hop rapping Girls' Tyme.
Despite their talent and hard work, the group was ultimately defeated in the competition. But 3 years later, in 1995, Girls' Tyme signed a recording contract with Elektra Records. However, before the group could release an album, they were dropped from the label. This was a major setback for Beyonce and her bandmates, as they had invested a great deal of time and effort into their music. However, Beyonce and the other members of Girls' Tyme refused to give up on their dreams. They continued to work hard and hone their skills, and eventually, they caught the attention of music mogul, Clive Davis. With his guidance and support, the group rebranded as Destiny's Child and signed a new record deal with Columbia Records in 1997. And in the same year, the dream became a reality. Destiny's Child's fortunes reversed with a Columbia recording contract and then an eponymous debut album that yielded the hit single No, No, No Part 2. Their follow-up album, The Writings on the Wall, earned the group 2 Grammy Awards and sold more than 8 million copies in the United States. Survivor, the group's third album, reached the #1 spot on the Billboard 200 chart. And in the same year, the dream became a reality. Destiny's Child went from being dropped by a record label to signing a deal with Columbia Records. Talk about a comeback. Their debut album, also named Destiny's Child, had hits like No, No, No Part 2, which gave them a big boost. And then their next album, The Writings on the Wall, was a huge success, earning them 2 Grammys and selling over 8 million copies in the US alone. But they didn't stop there. Their third album, Survivor, reached the top of the charts and cemented their status as one of the top girl groups in music history. Beyonce and the ladies of Destiny's Child truly are survivors, and they have the awards and record sales to prove it. After 1997, Beyonce and her fellow Destiny's Child members were on a roll. They released hit after hit, and Beyonce emerged as a force to be reckoned with in the music industry. She showed off her acting skills in the film Austin Powers in Goldmember, where she played the role of Foxy Cleopatra, and even wrote and produced some of the songs on the film's soundtrack. And let's not forget her iconic solo debut album, Dangerously in Love, which earned her 5 Grammy Awards and cemented her status as a solo superstar. She even made history by becoming the first Black woman to win the Songwriter of the Year award at the 2001 ASCAP Pop Music Awards. Beyonce was definitely the boss lady of Destiny's Child. Not only did she have the voice of an angel, but she also had the songwriting skills to match. I mean, who could forget the iconic lyrics of Bootylicious? That song was saucier than a plate of spicy wings. But when it was time for the group to go their separate ways, in 2003 Beyonce used her songwriting talents to create her first solo album, Dangerously in Love. Did it make an impact? With hits like Crazy in Love, featuring none other than Jay-Z himself, the album was an instant sensation and topped charts all over the globe. And just to prove that she's the queen of the music industry, Beyonce won not 1, not 2, but 5 Grammy Awards in 2004 for her solo work. Talk about a powerhouse, but Destiny's Child fans need not worry. The group reunited in 2004 for one last hurrah with their album, Destiny Fulfilled, which sold over 7 million copies worldwide. And they went out with a bang, with a world tour that had fans singing and dancing in the aisles. The group even released a greatest hits album, Number Ones, so we can relive all of their chart-topping glory. Beyonce truly is a force to be reckoned with, whether she's flying solo or with her girls by her side. Beyonce continued to slay the music industry with her solo career. She released hit after hit, each one more catchy than the last. And let's not forget her epic performances. I'm talking high-energy dance routines, eye-popping costumes, and enough hair flips to make your head spin. In 2006, Beyonce released her second solo album, Birthday, which was like a funky time capsule with some modern flair. It was so funky that James Brown would have called her the Queen of Soul, if that title wasn't already taken by the late great Aretha Franklin. The album featured the hit song Irreplaceable, which quickly became the go-to breakup anthem for people all around the world. If you've ever yelled, to the left, during a breakup, you have Queen Bey to thank for that. In 2008, Queen Bey took her reign to the next level by marrying Jay-Z, making them the ultimate power couple. And if you thought her music couldn't get any better, she proved you wrong with the release of her double album, I Am, Sasha Fierce. One half of the album showcased Beyonce's introspective side while the other half, Sasha Fierce, brought out the fierce dance moves and catchy tunes. The album produced hits like Single Ladies, which inspired countless dance covers and became a pop culture phenomenon. And if that wasn't enough, she also dominated the 2010 Grammy Awards, taking home 6 trophies and becoming the female artist with the most wins in a single night. All hail Queen Bey. Days after a triumphant headlining performance at England's Glastonbury Festival, Beyonce released in 2011 a genre-bending mix of ballads and dance tracks that evoked influences, ranging from Motown-era torch songs to the audio collages of rapper Beyonce. In 2013, Beyonce continued her reign as the queen of the music industry. She kicked off the year with a Destiny's Child reunion at the Super Bowl halftime show and even released a new track, Nuclear. But that was just a warm-up for the main event. Her solo album Beyonce. This album was not just a musical masterpiece, but also a visual feast, as every track had its own accompanying music video. Beyonce's daughter, Blue Ivy, even made a cameo in a few of them. And let's not forget the sultry Drunk in Love, featuring her hubby Jay-Z, which won several Grammys, including Best Randy B Song. After the success of her visual album, Beyonce continued to dominate the music industry with her surprise album releases, leaving fans wondering if they should even bother trying to keep up with her. She also made her mark in the film industry, starring in movies like Dreamgirls in 2006, Obsessed 2009, and The Lion King 2019, proving that she can slay on both the stage and the screen. And of course, she continued to slay in her personal life, giving birth to twins Rumi and Sir Carter in 2017, making it clear that she's not just a queen, but a queen with 2 heirs to the throne. In 2016, Beyonce dropped an album titled Lemonade, which featured a total of 12 tracks. Beyonce focused on themes of betrayal and perseverance. Conceived as another visual album, it debuted as an HBO television special. Lemonade attracted considerable acclaim, and it netted Beyonce 2 Grammys, including a Best Music Video award for the anthemic formation. In 2018, Beyonce and Jay-Z released a collaborative album, Everything Is Love, credited to the Carters, and it took the Grammy for Best Urban Contemporary Album. That same year, Beyonce became the first Black woman to headline the Coachella Valley Festival in Indio, California. Her highly acclaimed performance, which featured marching bands from historically Black colleges, was the subject of Homecoming, a Netflix documentary and live album released in 2019. Although Beyonce worked on a number of projects between studio albums, fans were left waiting for a new solo album. In 2022, she finally delivered Renaissance. It received 4 Grammys, including Best Dance Electronic Music Album, and with those awards, Beyonce surpassed George Solti for the most Grammy wins, 32. And about acting career and soundtracks, Beyonce made her acting debut in 2001 and starred in several films, including Austin Powers in Goldmember and The Lion King. She also released an album inspired by the Lion King soundtrack. In 2021, she set a record for most Grammy Awards won by a female artist and received an Oscar nomination for her song Be Alive. In the film King Richard in 2021, Beyonce, the Queen of Music, Entertainment, and Empowerment. With her electrifying voice, mesmerizing performances, and unwavering dedication to her craft, she has inspired and captivated audiences around the world. From Destiny's Child to Lemonade and Renaissance and beyond. She truly is a queen in every sense of the word.